2025 Axanar update, and things are looking great for a summer release. We are hard at work at the post-production side of things, and we made some really big breakthroughs this past month. So what happened? Well, first of all, the compositing has just been a bear. It's really been the bane of our existence in post-production. As we work through the process and use 3D backgrounds with two cameras, and there's a lot of movement going on. And so compositing is just not slapping someone on a background, kind of like we did in Prelude, which was much more of a 2D background. These are fully rendered 3D backgrounds built in Blender, which is one of the big technologies. And then what Dana Wagner, who of course runs the bridge at Ares Studios and is just the jack of all trades for our show, what he does is he takes that 3D background that he's built, and he actually in the program places the chair where the actor is sitting, and then goes to the old camera data, finds out the distance the camera was from the actor, the focal length, the aperture settings, everything, puts that in and figures out exactly how it's supposed to look, so that the background moves with the, so as the camera's moving across the actor, the background's moving in the way it should naturally look. That's been a lot of work. And one of the things we found with our compositor is we're just not getting back the shots that we really want. And it's been it's a very time consuming process, because Dana has to do all that work with a shot, one shot. He has to figure all that out, render that background, which takes like a day on the Mac Studio computer he's got, and then upload that all for our compositor in LA. Well, the shots we were getting back weren't exactly what we wanted, and there's so much back and forth. Dana finally said, let me take a shot at it. He did a composite, and it was freaking brilliant. It looked amazing. Mark and I were over the moon. We were like, okay, well, why don't you just do the compositing? So, of course, Dana has so much on his plate. So what I did was, I said, tell you what, I'll find someone to do the tactical screens. Take that off his plate. Just like the maps in Prelude to Axanar, we have drawings of the Federation battle plan for Axanar, as well as diagrams of the D7 that need to be rendered. We were able to get a second computer from OWC. If you're not familiar with Otherworld Computing, they are the biggest manufacturer of Mac hard drives in the country, and they work with entertainment industry and industry all the time. They're amazing. Larry O'Connor, who's the founder and president and CEO, has been such a big supporter of ours over the past 12 years, I guess. He's with us in Prelude, and he's just done amazing things for us. Sponsored the studio for the first year. So anyway, he's done all that for us and said, I'll send you another computer. So he's just sending us a computer on loan for the time that we need it for post-production. So now we have two computers doing the rendering work, and that's that. We just need that computing power. We may actually wind up just buying a third one just because we need it so bad. So that's going real well. So we made some big gains. The first few shots of coming off the assembly line at Dana's house, so that compositing, they look amazing. We did all the Klingon work first. And the Klingon work, because it's the most complicated background, it's the most complicated composite, because you've got all those big wigs with that wispy hair, and that makes it a very difficult to composite. And if you've seen someone on a bad green screen on a Zoom call, and they keep parts of their head keep disappearing, whatever, that's just bad keying, right? Because that person's just using the computer to do it, and it's a much more complicated process. So now we got a new guy, old friend, who wanted to work on Axanar 4 years ago, but he was taking a new job. I contacted him and said, hey, man, we need someone to do the maps and the animations. Kind of, it's not just the battle map of Axanar, so which plays a part in the film, but also the animation of the Klingon D7, which is really important for some of the exposition that happens in the script. And he said, your timing is great. I'm between jobs. I'd love to do it. And I was over the moon because I wanted him 4 years ago. So now we got him, take that off of Dana's plate, ship off to him. It's going great. So yeah, so things are going great. The other big thing is music is started. So we have these two brothers who work in Hollywood, who do all sorts of professional stuff. They worked on X-Men. Their stuff is great. They've started delivering music. We got our narration was dropped in this past month. So things are really starting to come together. Our new edits are looking better and better. Now, I heard a great quote the other day. Sofia Coppola said her dad told her once, "Your film is never as good as it looks in the dailies and never as bad as it looks in the rough cut." And that made me feel really good. I know what they mean about the dailies, because sometimes you see stuff and you're just going, this is going to be the best movie ever. Especially you see great performances. And when you see it in a daily, it can look amazing. Then you drop it in the rough cut, and now you have to tell a story. And now everything matters. And so your rough cut, sometimes you're pulling your hair out and whatever. But it was good to hear that. I'm like, okay, we're kind of happy with our rough cut. So maybe it's going to be okay. So that's where we are, and things are going great. And we're really excited. We are definitely on course to release this summer. Our hope is San Diego Comic-Con. I'm already looking for theaters, although our favorite theater was demolished when they redid Horton Plaza. So there's not a lot of choices. So we're looking for that. We may be doing a premiere in LA the week before San Diego Comic-Con, and then hopefully Star Trek Las Vegas as well. So really excited about that. We definitely are on track to be releasing this summer, and we will keep you all posted. So a few other things. One, we have the Daedalus short coming out next month, which you should all be excited about.
The hospital ships were probably the greatest unsung heroes of the war.
So we dove right in to everything but the fiercest parts of the battle, beaming out casualties and saving the lives of thousands of crew members that otherwise would have been lost.
That should be coming from Josh Irwin, who you know from Avalon Universe, but it's almost done. So we're real excited about that. The other thing is the donor site. Now, the donor site has been offline for over a year, and the guy who was in charge of it just finally gave up and gave it back to us. And Lee Quessenberry, who is our tech guy, who's responsible for the amazing Axanar website, and has run all of that for us for years. He's been with us since Prelude. He basically rebuilt the donor site this past weekend, and he's working on the graphic interface now to make it really usable. But he says, look, all the data's there. People are going to be able to access everything. And Lee is the best. I love Lee to death. He's definitely my brother, and he is one of the loyal diehards. He's a lot like Dana. He's always there for us with the technology. So if he says the donor site's going to be ready soon, it's going to be ready soon. He's working hard on it, and he asks me questions like, what about this and what about that? But he says everyone's going to be able to access everything. And that way you can go in, you can update your address, you can check your perks, you can make sure you got all the perks that you deserve. You'll check on the perks that haven't been delivered yet, like the Blu-ray. You know, people say, when's the Blu-ray coming out? When the film is finished, right? But you'll be able to check this all in the donor site. That will be right on the Axanar page. You'll see it right there at the top. It's the first link in the nav bar. It says Axanar donors. So we will let you know when that is live. I will be posting a video about it and blasting it all over the email. Make sure you are on the Axanar newsletter. Go to there. It's the third link. It says newsletter. Go there and sign up. Make sure you're getting all the news from Axanar, everything that we do. And finally, the store. As a thank you, first of all, for all of you coming and watching these videos, and if you've made it this far, I thank you. We're giving you 25% off on the Axanar store. Use the promo code UPDATE, and it'll be worth 25% off most items. There's a couple items like the resin models, which we make very little money on, that are in part of that sale. But patches, pins, you name it, challenge coins, everything, it's in there. And you get 25% off with the promo code UPDATE, all capital letters, UPDATE. And we also have this in the store, and this is our little wooden Ares model. I'll see there. You see, yeah, you put it together. It comes in like a single sheet. It's a little wood, laser cut wood, USS Ares. It's really cute. You put it together with Elmer's glue, and I think it's like $14.95 there in in the Axanar store. So go check it out. Finally, Patreon campaign. If you're interested, join our Patreon campaign. That's the best way to stay in touch with what's happening. We give about 3 updates a week, behind the scenes, the latest previs from VFX, whatever's new and interesting. That's where you can find out about it. So there you go. That is your update for March. We will keep you posted. We're so excited, and we thank you for being part of it. Your patience and your support means everything to us. So as always, my friends, live long and prosper.